Prince George is not an average child, claims royal expert Natalie Oliveri as she discussed the recent appearances of the royal family member. Prince George, who will soon turn 9, attended his first ever Wimbledon match last week. Despite the young royal notably being a little shy, he did appear to break one royal rule whilst seated in the royal box alongside his parents. Dressed in a suit and tie, despite the heat, the soon-to-be 9-year-old was a far cry from other children at such events. Ms. Oliveri writes, Prince George of Cambridge is not your average child. In fact, his mere presence in the royal box was allowed because of who he is, the future King of England. And if there were any doubts about that, just look at his recent appearance alongside his mum and dad, Prince William and Kate, at Wimbledon. According to tennis star Marion Bartoli, who met with Kate before the football matches at Wimbledon, it was the Duchess who insisted her son wear the formal jet-up to Wembley Stadium instead of a Team England jersey and jeans. Ms. Bartoli told BBC Radio 5 that during afternoon tea with the Duchess, their talk was very much a discussion whether George will be allowed to wear the jersey. She added, William was for it, Kate not so keen. At both matches, including the final when England was ultimately defeated by Italy, Prince George looked like a mini William in his suit and official Football Association tie. Royal author and former royal editor of The Sun, Duncan Larcombe said the choice of clothing was part of George's gradual introduction to his future. Mr. Larcombe explained, she was showing George that being on duty requires a different approach. The Cambridge kids gave a glimpse at their interest in music last month when Prince George and Princess Charlotte joined their parents on a tour of Wales as part of Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Kate shared that George is taking electric guitar lessons while Charlotte has been practicing the piano. In a first for George and Charlotte, they joined William and Kate for an afternoon in Wales during the Jubilee, a big step for the Cambridge children whose parents will be next Prince and Princess of Wales when Prince Charles, the title's current holder, is crowned king. Unable to attend the funeral of their great-grandfather Prince Philip last year under tight COVID-19 restrictions, George and Charlotte were at his memorial service at Westminster Abbey in March. They also joined William and Kate to the Easter Sunday service at Windsor Castle in April. Ms. Oliveri said, for all of George's steps towards the throne, he is still a child. Even though he was dressed in a suit and tie and seated among adults in the royal box at Wimbledon, George was caught on camera whinging about the heat and picking his nose. There's clearly more to be done before little Prince George of Cambridge becomes King George XVI.